Shalom. We want to give all the glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, Kordash, double unto the apostles, elders, great millstone, shalom to hopeful elect, which are the remnant of the Israelites and Israelite foreigners that don't like us, but they are us, shalom. All right, I don't have no title. I'm going to get straight to the precepts. I'm going to be in James chapter 2. I'm starting verse 1, but I'm reading inside of the NLT. All right, James 2, verse 1, NLT. My dear brothers and sisters, how can you claim to have faith in our great, glorious Lord, Yahweh Shai, if you favor some people over others? For example, suppose someone comes into your meeting, dressed in fancy clothes and expensive jewelry, and another comes in who is poor and dressed in dirty clothes. If you give special attention and a good seat to the rich person, but you say the poor one, you can stand over there or else sit on the floor, or doesn't this discrimination show that your judgments are guided by evil motives? So basically in words, the Lord is saying, like, how can you claim you have faith is when you're not judging through the spirit? You're not using the spirit. And if you sincerely believe on what he's saying, if you really have faith, you would know that everything is spiritual. You're not supposed to judge a man on his outward appearance or what they be doing also. Because at the end of the day, you gotta always keep in mind, we all in this truth seeking the Lord sincerely. But we also got demons that we got to deal with going through this walk at the end of the day. So ain't no telling what type of demon next individual is fighting with to get through this walk. So we can't judge. Like, just for example, that rich man, so-called, just not for example what he was saying, a rich man could probably have over 1 million fucking demons dealing with his ass. You can't see it because he have a good appearance, because you're not using the spirit. You're not having faith in what the Lord told you to do. But the whole time that poor man that look like a bum or doing something that not supposed to be doing can have all the knowledge and all the wisdom and only have probably dealing with one demon or two. Who knows? I'm just giving an example. So it's like, if you sincerely have faith, you're going to know that the Lord have mercy upon who he chooses, and you're going to know you got to use the spiritual eye. He deals with the inner man. So we can't just be judging off what the person is doing and how they look. All right? Let me give you an example too. Matter of fact, I'm going to go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 11. Or Sirach chapter 11. All right. I'm starting verse 1. Wisdom lift up the head of him that is of low degree, and maketh him sit upon and maketh him to sit among great men. So it's wisdom that we need to be paying attention to, regardless of how a person look, what they doing. Yeah, regardless of how a person look or what they doing. We gotta examine them and look at the wisdom that they had. Cause we gotta remember, like, these prophets did some foul things behind closed doors and in front of us, also back in these lifetimes. But hey, we still follow and show forth with the knowledge of what they told us. They said, basically, in other words, like, then you hear people tell you, don't do as I do, just do as what I say. There's an example right there. Verse 2. Commend not a man for his beauty, neither abhor a man for his outward appearance. Because the Lord deals with the inner man, deals with the spirit. So if you sincerely have faith in what the Lord told you, you're going to remember. He deals with the spirit. So let me not pay attention to how a person look or what they doing. All right? We just judge off their spirit and what they know and how they moving. You just got to examine things before you start making a judgment, basically. Verse 3. The bee is little among such as flies, but her fruit is the chief of sweet things. That's another example. Think about it, how small the bee is, but the bee contributes to all these flowers and how we get the honey. And think how much nutrients we get from honey. The benefits of honey, just from one tiny little bee, how much nutrients and benefits we get from honey. A perfect example. Verse 4. Boast not of thy clothing and raiment, and exalt not thyself in the day of honor. For the works of the Lord are wonderful, and his works among men are hidden. So don't boast yourself, don't trip about what you got on, and don't exalt yourself when you getting praises, because at the end of the day, the Lord gonna show forth for you what you need to be doing, and He ain't gonna be pressed to show. Basically, in other words, the Lord not gonna be pressed to broadcast everything. He gonna let you know for you to know. All right. In other words, verse 5. Many kings have sat down under Slock. Many kings have sat down upon the ground, and one that was never thought has worn the crown. So that you know, it's people that was up, that looked good. The Lord brought their ass down quick. So we can't just judge off how a person is, because the Lord could change that real fast. You really see for a person who they truly are. Think about it in the book of Daniel, Nebuchadnezzar. People look at him as a great king, but the whole time, man, was shit the whole time. He was full of himself. All right, verse 6. Many mighty men has been greatly disgraced. Perfect. What I just said, dang, Nebuchadnezzar. And the honorable delivered into other men's hands. It's a perfect example of this whole book. How you see certain people got brought down, certain men got brought down. I mean, certain kings got brought down, other kings were brought up. So it doesn't matter who you are at the end of the day. Shit can easily be taken from you. All right? And like, in other words, just don't judge a man upon their appearance. Because a person may look good, but the whole time they full of shit. A lot of these kings that we noticed that they looked good upon the altar that we wanted to follow, but the Lord let it be known they ain't shit. Stop judging them off of how they are, how they look. We gotta look outside the inside. And these heathens don't have the spirit of the Lord. So it's like, you should get where I'm going at. Anybody keep going. Let me finish reading. Verse 7. Blame not before thou hast examined the truth. Understand first and then rebuke. So don't just sit there, just be quick to judge all the time. Examine, find out what's really going on. Then you get on their ass about what the case may be, or whatever the fact is, We all fucking up at the end of the day. I always say here on this earth, if you here on this earth right now, you's a fuck up, you here to learn, find out what you need to be doing. Alright? That's basically for all of us. But at the same time, if you constantly doing something for a fact you ain't supposed to be doing, and you not sincerely trying to fight about it, then that's on you at the end of the day. That ain't between me. That's between you and the Lord. That's your problems. But let me get back to precepts though. Go back to James 2. I'm gonna start at 3 again. I'm gonna read that. If you give special attention to a good seat to the rich person, but you say to the poor one, you can stand over there or else sit on the floor, well, doesn't this discrimination show that your judgments are guided by evil motives? Basically, this shows that you're judging through the flesh and you're not judging through the spirit. That's why he said you lack the faith. Because you don't sincerely believe in what the Lord told you. You still judging on what you see. All right, verse 5. Listen to me, dear brothers and sisters. Hasn't Yahweh Shem Yahushua chosen the poor in this world to be rich in faith? Aren't they the ones who will inherit the kingdom he promised to those who love him? So we can't just judge off of a person off of how they look or what type of demons they got to fight with. Because at the end of the day, the Lord brought all of his low. He's dealing with the poor. So ain't no telling who is who or what is what. All right. Verse 6. But you dishonor the poor. Isn't it the rich who oppress you and drag you into the court? Aren't they the ones who slander Yahweh, who know whose names you bear? And think about that. You want to judge off of appearance of how everybody look. Don't Esau, don't the wicked look like they doing a damn good thing? We know for a fact deep down inside they fucked up and we ain't supposed to be dealing with their ass. It's basically what he's saying. So come on, we can't judge off the next individual. I mean, Shalak, I don't want to say judge. I'm going to take that back. We are here to judge, so we can better ourselves, but don't be quick to judge. Examine the individual first. Find out what's really going on. Then you judge from that. Basically what the Lord is telling us. Don't be quick to rebuke. Examine. Find out the truth. Then rebuke. And that's showing the sincerity that you have for an individual at the end of the day. Always keep in mind, ain't no telling what the next individual gotta deal with. Right, verse 8. Yes, indeed, it is good when you obey the royal law as found in the scriptures. Love your neighbor as yourself. But if you favor some people over others, you are committing a sin. You are guilty of breaking the law. At the end of the day, we're supposed to favor the Lord. And the Lord has favor upon whoever he chooses. He has mercy upon whoever he chooses. So at the end of the day, if we sit here choosing, we ain't shit. Basically what you're just saying. We guilty too. We can't be choosing. We gotta just use the spirit, examine, leave it at that. Verse 10. For the person who keeps all the laws except one is as guilty as a person who has broken all the laws of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Let me read that again. For the person who keeps all of the laws except one is as guilty as a person who has broken all of Yahweh Shem Yahushua laws. So it ain't no difference. Basically, I don't need to break that down. For the same Yahweh Shem Yahushua who said, you must not commit adultery, also said you must not murder. So if you murder someone but do not commit adultery, you have still broken the law. So basically, regardless of if this individual is doing this and you don't do it, but at the same time, you doing something that you still ain't supposed to be doing. Regardless if you ain't doing that, you still got other things you're not supposed to be doing. You still breaking the laws, regardless of what you see or how it is. Every last one of us out here is breaking laws as of now. It's easy said than done. So we had the right to judge, but we can't sit there and just be judging all the time. Like, examine. You know, if you sincerely know what a brother doing though, hey, nah, judge their ass. Let it be known, like, nah, you fucking up. I know you. I know for the fact I grew up with your ass. I know, like, yeah, let it be known. But besides that, man, if you don't know an individual, examine them. Examine them. Find out what's going on. Why they doing this? Why they doing that? And if they're sincerely still in the truth, though, pushing forth, then hey, let the Lord do what he do. I don't know what the Lord got upon that brother or sister or whoever the case may be, but hey, the Lord put the spirit on them to do certain things. So hey, that's what's up. Keep pushing forth. Whatever demons you fight with, Lord's where he get the motherfuckers up off your ass. That's how I feel at the end of the day, you know. Whatever you got to fight with, if you sincerely pushing the truth, still helping feed the sheep, still fighting to your best ability behind closed doors without anybody knowing what you're doing, you showing forth towards the Lord, hey, that's what's up. I don't care what type of demons you fighting with, you still fighting to show forth that you sincerely believe in the Lord. You seeking salvation at the end of the day. Slop, I keep talking. Let me hurry up. Let me close out at 13. All right, verse 12. So whatever you say or whatever you do, remember that you will be judged by the laws that set you free. There will be no mercy for those who have not shown mercy to others. But if you've been merciful, Yahweh Shem Yahushua will be merciful when he judges you. So at the end of the day, we judging each other, openly rebuking each other, showing love, that's cool. But at the same time, we always got to keep in mind that we all have demons that we fighting with right now. And certain brothers got it better, you know. Certain brothers got a stronger spirit than other brothers. Hey, shit, you got a stronger spirit than me, you capable of doing certain things, let me know. Shit, hey, it can help me out. And I see a lot of brothers that help me better in a lot of variety of things I just stopped doing in this world. I still got other demons I'm still fighting with too also. You know, I'm just using myself as an example. I know I'm talking a lot, man, but long story short, do what you can to your best ability and don't be pressed to judge each other. Examine, because we don't know who's who or what's what. So just look at yourself and then examine the next man. All right. Yeah, let me just leave it at that. So hopefully that was edifying, straight to the point. I want to give all the glory and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. That belongs to the apostles and elders, great millstone. Shalom to hopeful that, which are the Israelites, Israelite foreigners that don't like us, but they are us. Shalom. So always keep that in mind, y'all, man. Examine, find out what's really going on, and see if the brother's sincere or the sister's sincere or not. They sincerely still in the truth, doing what they can to their best ability. Don't press them out. Just let them know. Keep that between you and the Lord. Don't broadcast that out to everybody else, because you can easily, certain people can handle certain demons, all right? Just leave it at that. Shalom.